Francis, pray for immense suffering of people in holy lands. These are not the true holy lands. In the reading Isaiah 60, Abba will be gathering his children, better known as the second Exodus. This has not happened yet, but it's going to happen soon. Lift up your eyes and see, for your sons and daughters are coming home to you from distant lands. Through slavery we were sent throughout the world. And who are those who fly like a cloud to Israel? Like doves to their nests, I have reserved the ships of many lands, the very best to bring the son of Israel home again from far away. These people never went into captivity in ships. This is the political state of Israel created in 1948. Israel is a people, not a place. Israel is known as the northern kingdom, Judah the southern kingdom. The place is called Jerusalem. These people are not descendants of Shem. They're German, Polish, Russian. These are the people that Revelation 3:9 is referring to. They are Khazarians and they had a conversion in the 8th century. And they're passing as the children of Israel. He's a Freemason. In the reading Ezekiel 38:39, Gog and Magog. When Abba gathers his people and brings us back to our holy land, which is Mount Zion, we will be living in peace. This people have never then or now lived in peace. And there's only one way to the Father, and it's through his Son, and they never accepted his Son. And yes, this was a flood that happened the other day. The scripture says that when he gathers his children, there will be peace. And also, a water spout happened the other day as well. Like I explained before, these are descendants of Japhet. These are descendants of Japhet. Greeks, the Romans, the Russians. And let's not forget China. All nations are coming to attack America, by the way. China and Russia are not in political Israel today. And the borders are not being opened up to all these military-aged men. But it sure is happening in America. All these immigrants are coming into America, mostly all men, no wives or children, all military fighting-aged men with UN cards. So Gog and Magog are going to come against God's people. Where? In Jerusalem on every side. So Gog and Magog are Russia and China. That will make Jerusalem America. Scripture says that his people dwell in the center of the earth. So where is the center of the earth? Located in the southeast corner of California, only a few miles away from Mexico and Arizona. It's recognized by the European Union as the center of the world. This guy posted an old map of America that he came across. There goes Israel. Was the Gulf of America called the Red Sea? In Mar Rojo, yes it was. By the colonizers. Both maps, because there's another old map that I came across, also again, the Red Sea, by California. Gematria, Arizona. The Ten Commandments, the end of Satan's reign. Interesting because the Los Lunas stones are in New Mexico, and they are the Ten Commandments written in Paleo-Hebrew. Now for Mexico. Death to America, Jah is coming here. How about the Grand Canyon? Man died because of one's sins. Interesting how people don't believe in reptilians, but it's even mentioned here. End of the world. I love you all. Because that's where the battle's going to happen. The Anointed One, Matrix Reloaded. Holies of Holies, Kingdom of Heaven. The Meaning of Life, the Prince of Peace. And I explained in past teachings how Obama will be back. They will get rid of Biden and Camilla will take his place and she will be bringing in Obama. And Obama will eventually take over again. He will be the last pharaoh in America. This number has been following me for years, until the Spirit led me to look it up. Aloha Obama, goodbye America. Again, last pharaoh in America. And let's not forget all the pyramids in the Grand Canyon and Egyptian relics. There's even a place called Angel's Landing, Rainbow Bridge, even the Joshua Tree Trails. Edom, the people I have doomed, for what you have done to Israel. The streams of Edom will be filled with burning pitch and the ground will be covered with fire. The judgment of Edom will never end. East to Edom, the same. And who are they? The Romans, and to a large extent, all Europeans, who are the ones behind the Great Reset. United Nations. Europe in Gematria, Allah, Armageddon comes. There are colonizers of our lands. It's America born, the cleansing of America, the book of Satan. For Esau is the end of this world, and Jacob the beginning of the one that follows. Alas, that day is so great that there's none like it. It is a time of distress for Jacob, yet he should be saved out of it. Because you have kept my word about patience and endurance. I will keep you from the hour of trial that is coming to the whole world to try those who dwell on the earth. This is when the restrainer leaves with Jacob. California, Death Valley. In Death Valley, a rare lake comes alive. In the reading Ezekiel 35, when he takes us back to the wilderness. Springs will burst forth in the wilderness and streams in the desert. The parched grounds will become a pool, with springs of water in the thirsty lands. See, I have already begun. Don't you see it? I made a road through the wilderness of the world for my people to go home, and create rivers for them in the desert.
Okay, if you live in LA, you have 1 month, maybe only weeks, to check out this once-in-a-lifetime natural phenomenon. Have you ever been to Death Valley? The lowest point in all of America, lower than sea level, complete desert. And this basin is usually a completely dry salt flat. Until now, a hurricane came through Death Valley and created this incredible lake. It's 2 miles wide, 4 miles long, and only a few inches deep. It is truly stunning. Where there's water, there's usually vegetation, so little wildflowers have popped up all over. But it is Death Valley, and it's already starting to shrink, and experts say it might not last till the end of the month. So now's your time to check it out before it might be too late.
And I will make my mountains into a level path for them. The highways should be raised above the valleys. See, my people shall return from far away, from north and west and south. On that day his feet will stand on Mount of Olives, east of Jerusalem, and the Mount of Olives will be split in two, from east to west, forming a great valley with half of the mountain moving north and half moving south. You will escape through that valley, for it will reach across to the city gate. You will find that reading in Zechariah. Rock slide and road repair shut down 2 areas in Mount Zion National Park. The first time it happened was in 2019. Judah was the last one to fall. They came into our lands in 1619, plus 400 years, that's 2019. But it happens again, recently. It sounded like thunder. The voice of Jah of glory sounds like thunder. Jah's voice is glorious in the thunder. We cannot begin to imagine the greatness of Jah's power. The second Exodus is near. And that day Adonai will extend his hand yet a second time to recover the remnants that remain of his people.
News specialist Brittany Tate spoke with those who watched the mountain crumble. She joins us live. Brittany, what was the reaction from those inside the park?
Well, Mike and Deanie, everyone said the same thing. They said it sounded like the deepest and the loudest crash of thunder that they had ever heard. Now, those I interviewed today, they say that they recognize that they witnessed something historic. Oftentimes, massive landslides like this are not caught on camera.
Gosh, it's covered the road. I can't believe we're experiencing this.
Nature put on quite a show in Zion National Park Tuesday.
It was my first time to go to Angel's Landing.
And for Cindy Olshafer and her friend Susan Grove,
the chains are, we were up there and we were almost to the very top, and we hear this
thunder. It sounded like thunder.
There's a road there.
They had the best view in the park. Whipping out their cameras, they captured the mountain come tumbling down.
And it was scary at first. And I was worried that somebody would get hurt that was at the bottom. That was the real concern we both had.
Zion National Park officials reported 0 injuries, most likely because this exact spot had a massive landslide 4 years ago, and much of the trail has been closed since then.
The same thing happened in August of 2019, and I've been telling my guests about it for years, but to actually witness that was unreal. I could be in there for the next 100 years and never see anything like that again.
Nolan Hansen has led hundreds of tours through Zion National Park, and he has never seen
an avalanche happening, at 2,000 feet and just coming all rock.
The magnitude.
It was surreal.
That happened this afternoon.
When you're in a place like Zion and you're in nature, anything could happen.
And back here live, the Weeping Rock shuttle stop parking area and trail will remain closed.